Searching for some justice, I focus and find that many souls have been corrupted and broken inside. All of these people had enough shit, I noticed the eyes and see the anger that's erupting and smoke in the skies. If you want to cure ignorance, then open your mind, cause too many of these simpletons are hopelessly blind. And they claim that immigrants passing borders is crime, when it's really those hypocrites who are crossing the line. One thing about pain is everybody takes a piece. My dad works 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, comes home in time for some dinner to eat, and then he falls asleep with his boots still on his feet. It always seems to be the parents that come from other countries who break their backs making sure their kids are never hungry. Maybe it's just because the situation they're from stops them from falling victim to a nation of guns, a nation of money and greed, a nation of drugs that refuses to ever let us be a nation of one. It'll only happen when discrimination is done and battles over racism and hatred are won. So many people every day are out doing some labor, all in hopes of coming home and putting food on the table, with no license, no ID, no proof of income. All they want is water, food, clothes, roof, and then some. Growing up here, it's hard to live at this pace. It's even harder when you're coming from a whole nother place, and they see you as a whole nother race within the system. Look at you like you're different cause you can't speak English. But when these people were out enslaving in the fields, picking fruits for $10 a day, nobody didn't care. Now when they ask for a little bit of dignity and some human rights, you act like it isn't fair. Searching for some justice, I focus and find that many souls have been corrupted and broken inside. All of these people had enough shit, I noticed the eyes and see the anger that's erupting and smoke in the skies. If you want to cure ignorance, then open your mind, cause too many of these simpletons are hopelessly blind. And they claim that immigrants passing borders is crime, when it's really those hypocrites who are crossing the line. And they building bigger fences to protect communities from those who are just looking for better opportunities. But these walls prevent them from walking on in, and instead of blocking them out, they're locking us in. Not to mention most of these people are really being sent for to be used as pawns on a corporation chessboard, working for wages no American would. So being prejudiced against them, no American should. How can you lock somebody up for trying to live how you live? And how would you feel if that was you and those were your kids? Now you're being separated from your wife and family. You can only imagine it's a life of tragedy, since when is trying to find a better way make you a criminal? We're all human beings, humans being treated pitiful. When a man suffers, I suffer indeed, cause if one man's oppressed, then nobody is free. And the way that man works, it's like modern day slavery. Thinking there's a better day, he sits and waits patiently, hiding from a government that's looking to punish him for trying to make a brighter future so his son can live. And all these Europeans who came over on a pilgrimage got the nerve to call themselves American citizens, when the truth is, unless you're full-blooded Indian, I think it's safe to say that we're all illegal immigrants. Searching for some justice, I focus and find that many souls have been corrupted and broken inside. All of these people had enough shit, I noticed the eyes and see the anger that's erupting and smoke in the skies. If you want to cure ignorance, then open your mind, cause too many of these simpletons are hopelessly blind. And they claim that immigrants passing borders is crime, when it's really those hypocrites who are crossing the line.
We should like you to meet some of your fellow citizens who harvest the food for the best fed nation on earth, on earth, on earth, on earth.
I've been here with what years ahead to stand my ground. Got to work hard for mine, struggles on the line. Respect what you make, that you making, you can't save a damn thing. No savers, that's how life for enslaved. So go in between checks, I still demand respect. Got to work hard for mine, struggles on the line. Backs against the wall, I can't do a damn thing, but I maintain my focus and just hold the fort down.
I'd like to dedicate this record with all my heart and soul.
Trying to adapt to the changes I made. I roll an eighth and get blazed. Sometimes I leave the beat playing for days. I lace up the page with nothing but the nature of rage, and step inside the vocal booth with a case of grenades. It's either that or counting paper I've made, even playing some spades. This world will make you hide your face in a cave, but everybody knows we got the flavor it takes to make the audience respond like a game of charades. We keep it pumping and continue playing the tracks to keep you jumping. Tell the DJ to play this one back. The speakers bumping with the LK, stating the facts. The reefer puffing leaves my lungs under a layer of black. But past the Dutch cause I'm a slave to a sack. A fine herbal around phony rappers and clowns. I rhyme circles with no rehearsal necessary. Extra scary MCs MCs I pound till their heads are buried in a cemetery, and we're the next to carry this Olympic-sized torch that'll leave your whack written rhyme scorched. If spitting's my sport, you never see no sideline amateur rookie trying to chill on my court. My vision's like torch trying to stop the offense. Before I bring in my force, better lock up your fence and watch for the step. I ain't mean to walk on your Timbs, excuse me, I'm just a jewel thief dropping a gem. Once again, if I do it, then it's gotta be dope. I grab a pen, ink fluid, holding all that I know, and it begins with the mind state to follow the code. But in the end, all that's left is the heart and the soul. So once again, if I do it, then it's gotta be dope. I grab a pen, ink fluid, holding all that I know, and it begins with the mind state to follow the code. But in the end, all that's left is the heart and the soul.
This is what I am, what makes me, what motivates me.
Yo, me and my man Supreme used to share lessons with flowing, freestyling off the top, intellectual poets. There was one time he told me when the session was over, the mind is like a parachute, it works best when it's open. So I refuse to judge others and rather show love, brother, cause I know this world is already filled with enough suckers to go around. If you see me, then throw a pound. Real recognize real, so I know that you hold it down. I like to keep it clean in a land full of foul mouths. Be sure to wipe your feet before you stand in my house, where the ad-libs are mad-libs. The champion sounds loud and blasting at the crowd when the man is in town now. That's why the ring is kept around my finger, cause I put kings in check like Bobby Fischer. Fire like the weed smoke I hold in my lungs. The golden sun, chosen one, got you holding your tongue. Focused and young, live is as dope as they come. Rappers only battle me when they put coke in their blunt. Before I ever go broke, I sniff coke for a month and load up a gun and take full control of your funds. Nah, fuck it, that's just some old Hollywood plot twist that has the type of ending that you probably would not miss. Don't let that shit fog up your optics before you go blind and end up like the rest, frozen in time. Once again, if I do it, then it's gotta be dope. I grab a pen, ink fluid, holding all that I know, and it begins with the mind state to follow the code. But in the end, all that's left is the heart and the soul. So once again, if I do it, then it's gotta be dope. I grab a pen, ink fluid, holding all that I know, and it begins with the mind state to follow the code. But in the end, all that's left is the heart and the soul.